Hey guys, what's going on? Crazy night in the association tonight, guys. Sunday night was crazy. Games just all over the place. Huge swings back and forth. Big underdogs coming back and winning. Um, it's just such a tough night to cap games. It was just like kind of like a flip a coin type situation where you just didn't know what you can get. Very, very tough night. But this happens. We've gotten used to this. I've done this for so long that I've seen everything. It doesn't surprise me. I've seen much worse, but that's the NBA for you. Anyways, the only thing we can do is just move on, go on to Monday night's games. Let's take a look. There's 7 games on the schedule. I got a couple of leans. Um, just at a first glance, I've taken at the games and I've done my estimates. But let's go over all the games and see what we can expect in tomorrow night's games. First game, Boston at Orlando. Boston's favored by 7.5. I had Boston favored by 6.5. Had them a point lower. They do have a couple of injuries. Marcus Smart for sure is going to be out tomorrow. He got injured. Robert Williams also got injured, but he's actually listed as questionable. He hyperextended his knee, but it's kind of strange to see him as a questionable. I thought he'd be out for sure. And Malcolm Brogdon, he's out for personal reasons. So they're going to be missing 2 guards, their starting point guard and their backup point guard. Um, but they will be getting Jason Tatum back. This line is a point higher than what I had estimated. I don't know, guys. The Celtics, of course, they are superior to the Orlando Magic. I'm gonna have to look at this again tomorrow, but as of now, the way I look at this line, I would probably put a lean on the Celtics. Next game, Milwaukee at Detroit. I had Milwaukee favored by 9.5. Over here, we see a huge 11.5. Okay, guys, I know they're playing against the Pistons, but it's very rare so far in the league this season that we see a double digit favorite on the road. Over here, we do see 11.5 points. I looked at the injury report. Giannis is going to be coming back. He doesn't have a questionable tag next to his name. It is probable, and so does Chris Middleton. So it looks like the Bucks are finally getting healthy. Usually, guys, in this kind of spot, it does take a little time for the team to get its chemistry going. This is even though this is 2 points higher than what I had estimated, and the line is high. I don't know if I'd put any money on the double-digit dog on the road. Milwaukee is the favorite, though they could easily blow the Pistons out. But it is a tough bet. The Pistons were in France for a game against the Bulls. They lost that game. Um, Easily by double digits. They're coming back home. Another L is probably in the works. But you know what? After seeing what happened tonight in the NBA, I would be surprised if we saw a crazy upset. Even though that would be a little over exaggerated, have the Pistons beat the Bucks, but you never know. Next game, Minnesota at Houston. Here we go again. These teams are on. This is the second game in a row that they're going to be playing. They played in Minnesota just a couple nights ago. Minnesota won that game and covered. Houston's losing streak is currently, if I'm not mistaken, at 12. I think 12. 13 actually. 13. They are 6.5 point dogs. I had Minnesota favored by 5.5. You guys know I don't bet on any Houston Rockets games. Obviously, over here the favorite is Minnesota. Houston just can't cover any. They can't win, and they can't cover any games. I don't think I have anything more to add for this game. Next game, Atlanta at Chicago. I had Atlanta as a 1 point favorite. Over here, we see Chicago as a 1 point favorite. Chicago, like I just mentioned, they were in France playing it against the Pistons. They got a double-digit win over there. They got DeMar DeRozan back. Played pretty good basketball. First game back since coming back from the trip. The Hawks got their winning streak snapped. They lost to the Charlotte Hornets a couple nights ago. It was the second night of back-to-back. It was a letdown spot. We did have Charlotte in that game. And Atlanta did lose outright. Uh, Guys, those kinds of games can be it can be a trigger. It can be a trigger for a start of a downtrend. I did not expect the Hawks to be underdogs in this game, but they are. This is going to be actually my first lean for tomorrow. I'm going to be looking at a possible play on the Bulls tomorrow. Will they be favored tomorrow? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I do expect a lot of money to come in on the Hawks tomorrow. But we'll see. We'll see what this line looks like tomorrow, and the injury report also. Next game, Charlotte at Utah. Utah favored by 7. I had Utah favored by 7.5. Charlotte, like I just mentioned, did get an away win at Atlanta. A nice win. They were actually down 19 in that game. Came back, furious comeback, got the win. See, the last couple nights have been crazy. Utah, they were also up pretty big against the Brooklyn Nets in their last game, and also ended up losing outright. 24-25 on the season. Charlotte, guys, this line is accurate from what I see. I had it at 7.5. It is at 7. LaMelo Ball might be coming back. This line might not look like this tomorrow. Utah is the favorite, but Charlotte, I wouldn't rule out another surprise in this game. Next game, San Antonio at Portland. Portland, I had them favored by 7.5. They are favored by 9 against the Spurs. Portland was one of the teams that fell victim to one of these huge runs tonight. They were up 25 at the half against the Lakers. Ended up losing, I think by 10. I think it was a huge 30-point swing for sure, 30 something. And tomorrow they're going to be looking to recover against the Spurs. This line, it is a little over exaggerated. I think the bookies have priced in a spot for the Blazers where it is a bounce back type of game. But they played poorly. They played poorly, guys. It was not good to watch. The Spurs in their last game against the Clippers, they ended up losing by 5, but they had a respectable performance. Last couple of games, guys, they have been performing pretty well. This 9 points, I do believe it'll get hammered, the +9 for San Antonio. But I know for sure there will be a lot of parlay bets on with Portland at the money line. Anything can happen in this game. You don't want to bet on a team that just collapsed the day before. The morale will definitely be low. Next game, Memphis at Sacramento. Memphis, I had favored by 1. They are also favored by 1. Memphis, wow. They lost to the Phoenix Suns. They got down by 30, I think, in the first half. Phoenix, we know they're playing with all their injuries. They did get Chris Paul back, but this was a classic case of the Grizzlies playing down to their competition. I had mentioned this in my previous video when I was doing analysis for the game Memphis against Phoenix, and that's what happened. They played down to their competition. When they play against good teams, they perform well. Against the bad teams, it's let down city. The Sacramento Kings, guys, are a good team. Memphis is on the second night back-to-back. I do think that they're going to want they can't wait to get back on the court and make up for that poor loss. This is their second straight loss after that last-minute defeat also to the Lakers. Their losing streak is now at 2 straight. Sacramento, the day before yesterday, was playing against Philly. They were also up 20 in the first half, and they also got ran on. Philly came back and ended up winning this game. Like I said, guys, this weekend was just absolutely crazy. Huge runs back and forth. Sacramento, guys, they were on a winning streak prior to that, but like I said, they were playing against weak competition. Of course, they're going to be rested in tomorrow night's game, but I do believe Memphis is the superior team. They could easily bounce back. I do see Sacramento possibly come on a downtrend. Memphis is going to be my second lean for tomorrow. So let's do a quick summary for the 7 games. What we got a lean on Chicago with the -1, and Memphis -1. These are my two leans as of now. Obviously, it is very early. These numbers will definitely be different tomorrow. The injury report uh, will be active as usual, but it's always nice to take a look at the games early and what the opening lines are, so we can see where we are tomorrow. And that's it, guys. I don't want to go too deep into these games right now. We'll look at them clearer tomorrow with all the information. And that's it, guys. That's all I got for now. Have a good rest and the start of a new week tomorrow. Let's go.